you telling me that you played an entire not speaking about you obviously Sublime and putting myself in the role of this character or this person, I would think like, okay, so they had a character that they played an entire campaign with, I would imagine a good number of sessions with, and made bonds and friends along the way with the other characters, and then at the very end they were just like, I don't care about this plot,
Yeah.
so I'm going I.
Which,
And it's like you have to have had a reason to, right? Like you can't just be you can, because that's the nature of things. You can't just pick up and leave, but also like you have to think about it in the means of like us telling a story. Like, did your character really have no other reason to continue?
yeah.
Like, you're not just a blacksmith at this point. Like if you're 3 sessions away from ending the climax of a story, you're
Yeah.
not just a blacksmith anymore.
Like, even if like this is a Scion based game, right, where you're playing the god, like the heir apparent to a god of blacksmithery, right? Like the most blacksmith who ever blacksmith. Hephaestus is your dad. I don't know. You even at that point, what good is being a really cool blacksmith if the world is destroyed, right? Like if you look at a lot of the people's favorite characters from popular media, they all have other stuff they'd rather be doing. Aragorn would have 100% rather been in the woods just chilling than to have to go to an inn where he has to find these 4 little annoying, pampered, whiny hobbits, and then he has to take them across a river to the Elflands, which he doesn't really want to go to, but he's going to, right? Like, he puts himself aside. He'd rather be chilling in the woods with his Dunedain brethren, but no, he's got to do this because it needs to be done. Because a wizard was like, yo, dude, you got to take care of these guys. And he said he would. That's putting your character's motivation at the forefront, but their desires at the back. And I think that's interesting. Yeah, and that's just it, Sublime. So the dude was kind of an asshole outside of the game. Like, that does showcase some things. This is a thing that is hard for a lot of people to learn, myself included. Not everybody is going to be the right fit for every table. I'm going to say that again.
No.
Not every player is going to be the right fit for every table. Even if things are aligned, right? Even if we all agree on the type of game we want to play, the type of story we want to run, the type of system we want to do it in, sometimes there's a difference of opinion, or there's a difference of playstyle, or a difference of whatever. And it's just for the betterment of everyone that one or both parties stop. And that sucks. But it sometimes needs to happen. You know? Sometimes it just needs to happen. So as an example, right, I do like homebrew, but I've run a lot of module games when I professionally DM. The reason being, modules, in my opinion, do take a little bit less time to learn because somebody has done the construction of the world for you to a degree. Now, that's not to say you can't edit modules and change things up, right? So as an example, there's a D&D module they released a couple of years ago where we were doing, it's all about festivals and different planets that are loosely related to a sunless citadel. Sunless Citadel? Is that right? Or is that, I might be mixing my games. Hold on. I've muted very briefly as my dryer is done. I don't think Spice is yelling
Ice,
like a cicada.
do your job.
I haven't heard it yet. No, it's not the Sunless Citadel. Sunless Citadel was published in as a micro adventure in 5e. What am I thinking of? It's not Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
That's what I was about to suggest.
Yeah, that's another good one. This is gonna bother me until I figure it out, so stay tuned, I guess.
Guys, has anyone checked on Spice? Is she okay?
She might be asleep. She had kind of a hard day, I think.
Oh.
Running, screaming like a cicada.
That would be incredible, honestly. Quest from the Infinite Staircase? No, I think it was before that.
They just be naming this shit anything these days.
They do name things kind of crazily, to be honest.
The Vault of the Table Turner. Like, what does that fucking mean, man?
Well, when
Shut up.
the tables turn... Oh no, Quest from the Infinite Staircase
Turn
was something
tables.
else. Wasn't Keys from the Golden Vault. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. It's an anthology containing 13 individual adventures designed for players from level 1 to level 14. What was cool about this is that this took a number of writers from real-world cultures to include worlds based on the mythologies and histories of Central America, Vietnam, and from the American South. So I was using this, and they're individual adventures, but I was weaving a narrative through them by use of this pre-generated module to try to tell a story that was a bit more complex and interwove those so that the players could have payoffs in that regard. The Witchfire Chronicle from Iron Kingdoms. I don't think I have. So this is to say that, like, you can buy a module, belch because of fizzy water, read the module, understand it, get ready to play it, but if there are things you don't like about it, you can always change it. As the storyteller, as the DM, as the GM, etc., you have the power to change pretty much whatever you want. It's not illegal. They can't stop you. You know, there was a conversation that came up in the D&D space specifically, but also kind of to the wider TTRPG space, about orcs specifically. Orcs historically have been shown to be sort of nasty, evil, bad people. They were the bad guys, the stormtroopers, if you will, for a lot of games, especially early on in the...
I wonder why they were written like that.
Yeah. There's this. Who knows?
I wonder what where that could have been grounded or based on,
Right.
and whose views might have been used as the basis for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's impossible to know. We're being a little tongue in cheek here. There's very obvious reasons as to why. But honestly, while I might disagree, and it may not be a table that. Sorry. Let me start again. If you want orcs that are bad guys in your campaign, and those are the orcs that you deal with, those are the orcs that are in your game, and the orcs that you use at your table. If that's what you want, and that's what your table wants, that's not illegal. That's 100% something that you can do at your own table. I disagree with that, and I don't know that I necessarily want to play in a game where all of one group of people is evil because they're evil, right? I think that narratively that's not great. And then problematic aside from all of that. But no one's going to stop you. So there are people on both sides of this controversy where, you know, some people are like, yeah, orcs should have depth. They should be different people. They're not a monolith. And then there are other people being like, but orcs are bad. They should be bad. I hate orcs or whatever. And what the second group didn't really understand is that, like, you can still do that. The RPG police are not going to kick in your door for orc writing. They're just not. Do what you want at your table. As long as everyone's invested and everyone's cool with it, that's between you and your table. I may not want to be a part of that table, but that's a separate issue. Exactly like Drow. And how they've really done a lot of work into showcasing, no, it's not all Drow, it's just the Menzoberranzan Drow, who are zealots. They are firm believers of Lolth, and there are plenty of other Drow cities out there where they are just normal folk. Which obviously was a response to this similar kind of situation, right? Because before, all drow were evil. That was just the blanket statement. And we as a society have grown tired of that. So do what you want. If you want all orcs to be purple, then they're purple. Simple as that. If you want to run a module, but you want to replace every instance of magic missile with supreme butt cannon, that's, again, up to you. If that's the kind of game you want to run, your players are down for it, do it.
What you drinking?
This is a not a sponsor. Polar Seltzer Orange Vanilla.
Wow.
Yes.
Polar, sponsor us.
Yeah, or else. Also, like Wizards or Green Ronin or Paizo or like anyone out there, if you're in the TTRPG space, let me know. What did you just eat? Okay, I'm watching you. I'm going to take a quick break here, real fast, to talk about something adjacent. This is going to be a little bit of, it's not sponsored, it is sponsored, actually, excuse me, it is sponsored. This is going to be the sponsored section. I just want to bring people's eyes to this thing. I was very fortunate to receive something in the mail recently from my good friends at Dice Envy. For those of you who don't know, I was Dice Envy's DM of the Year 2K19. And they sent me something to show off to my lovely viewers and to see if you all may be excited about it. I certainly am. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to be freaking dumb about this because, I don't know. I've never done one of these before, so this is kind of cool for me. But they sent me an advent calendar. A Dice Envy Dice advent calendar. So this is something that you 100% can purchase. And I've got a little coupon code that you can get money off your purchase to save you some ducats. If you use the code JOLLY, JOLLY, at checkout, you will save 10%. And if you use my referral link, it will go to help support the channel. So I'm not going to open a day yet, because I want to get a little bit further away from Halloween, and I believe in a clear separation of holidays. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to open one. There's a bunch of dice in here. You can kind of hear it rattling. There's your ASMR. Sorry about that. We have 25 days specifically, and I'm allowed to open one day, which I'll do tomorrow.
Can you wait for December?
No, I don't want to.
Why?
Because I want to show people what's in here, and then they can buy their own.
Ugh. But the suspense.
I can't share more than one window on the calendar before December 1st. But
See?
I do want to show one tomorrow, just to kind of show you what might be in yours. There are two different kinds. So this is the Krampus one. You can see Krampus there. He's Krampusing. Actually, here, hold on. Let me go.
Do be a Krampus.
Krampusing. On the back, it's Krampus's list.
Coming right at us.
Wah! You've got, on Krampus's list, you've got Ringwraiths, Monster Hunters, Spoopy Ghosts, Trevor the Archlich, who's my favorite Archlich, by the way, Shoulder Demons, Mimics, Wiki Witches, Alien Overlords, Bad Guy, I think? And then on this side, you've got Dark Lords, shout out to Sauron, Greedy Dragons, Supervillains, Hot Vampires, the best kind of vampires, Gooey Oozes, Evil Kings.
Also the best kind of oozes.
That's true. Evil Kings, Imperial Officers, and Killswitch Engage.
Great band.
Night of the Roach.
Yeah, maybe.
The Marijuana Night.
So yeah, kind of a fun thing. I'm going to open up one tomorrow. We'll do number 1, which is right there. So we'll do that tomorrow. But check out Dice Envy. That's their name over here. You can see it right there. Dice Envy. They're awesome. I love their product.
Link is in chat.
Thank you so much. Absolutely love their product. I'm a big fan of theirs. And shout out to them for being willing to share this with me. And yeah. yeah, just kind of cool, just kind of neat. So